So I've had my ups and downs with Glock, and up to a certain point, up till very recently, I thought the best Glock clone out there was the Ace Firearms Poly 80 build, the FP9. I thought that was the best one there was. And I still think it is one of the best ones out there. But what if you compare it to Shadow Systems? How would it fare against Shadow Systems? I have this suspicion that it's going to be pretty close. I think the two guns are going to be pretty close to each other. So my curiosity's got the better of me, and I'm going to find out today. I think that sometimes when you're looking at guns and you're trying to make a decision as to whether I'm going to get this or that or the other, I think it's a very valuable exercise to actually go take these guns out on the range and run them. And run them a lot. And when you get some guns that are similar, that's where it really gets interesting. Simply, well, at least for me, because each gun has attributes and each gun has shortcomings. If you know about my love-hate relationship with Glock, then you know that I'm not what you would call a pure Glock aficionado. I like the form factor, I just don't like the gun as it comes out from Glock. So the idea that there would be something other than Glock, or another, a mod that you would do to a Glock, was born in me, or it was demonstrated to me a long time ago by Agency Arms. And now, I have a few other things going on. Now, first up, enter the Poly 80. This is the Poly 80 as it is built by Roger Ward at Ace Firearms. This is a fully serialized gun. You cannot see it very likely. Let's see if it'll focus on that. There's a serial number right there on that gun. This gun was manufactured. Now, this is not a Poly 80 in the sense that I went out and bought it and I did the fire control group and everything else. This is the mill. The slide was fabricated by Roger. It does have a Glock barrel. It has Trijicon sights on it, I do believe. Yes. Trijicon sights. So, and the rear sight is adjustable for windage and left to right. So, right off the bat, this gun goes with me to Tactical Response in 2019. This gun was dropped, it was thrown, it was sweated over, it was reloaded, fired 1,000 times. 1,000 times. It is a very proven gun. It has been massaged one time. Roger just wanted to see what he could do with it. When you look at the gun, when you look at some of the features of the gun, it has quite a few custom touches on the lower, the texture, the grip angle, all custom touches. The slide, of course, is quite a nice little setup as he's got it going right there. Then I start getting people calling me up or text me asking me if I've ever heard of Shadow Systems, which I had not. And at first glance, when I looked at the Shadow Systems, this is the XR920. I've had the DR920, which I did not keep, and I've got the XR920, which I have kept up to this point because this is the Glock 45 size. And, you look at this gun. Now, this gun doesn't have a single Glock part on it, except it is very obviously a Glock clone. But when I first start looking at it, like when you look at the grip and when you look at the slide, right? When you're looking at these things, my first thought is this looks a lot like Roger Ward's gun, although the barrel is different. So in order to make a decision, because this gun is clocking in somewhere right around $1,000, $899, $950. And for a gun like this, to me that's sort of a high price for it. But does it warrant it? Has it gotten rid of those issues that Glock has? Well, I decided to take these to these two pistols to the range and do a little shootout with them. This one is, of course, a Glock 17 size gun. This is the Glock 45 size gun, but it wasn't that big of a difference. And, let's go to the range and take a look at what we did. Jump ball. It's nearly a jump ball. And for me, for the jump ball, if you're out there looking for a gun. Now, I will give this gun an edge. It does have a weight edge. It weighs nothing. It weighs nothing. And that's sort of nice on a carry day. But in terms of a gun that you're going to, if you have to pull it out and use it in self-defense, this one I have found to be I have not had a stoppage in this in 3 years. Not one. And it's probably had about 5,000 rounds go through it at this point. Poly 80s are based off of the Glock 3rd gen, I believe. And that spring and that guide rod, I like it. And I don't remember which trigger this is, but this is a really good trigger. This is not to say that this gun is not a good gun. This absolutely is a good gun. I just think right here, when you're looking for the bang for the buck, well, very hard to beat. This Poly 80, the Mac FP9. That's the designation of this gun, the Mac FP9, Militia Arms Custom MP9. So, I was just looking for something to talk about. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, maybe you, I don't know, maybe give me a thumbs up. Maybe you subscribe. Now, next up, the next comparison, because, see, I was very interested as to where this gun stacks up. The next gun this goes up against is the Tunein Tactical Innovations Combat Master. Will it be able to hold its own?